Yo, hey guys, it's me, Bodega, the amazing, the beautiful, the lovely Bodega here.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm feeling myself today. And here with the one and only, the sexual deviant, the bear, the ones to rule them all, Kuma the bear. How you doing, Kuma?
I'm doing good, man. I'm doing good. How about you?
I'm doing good.
I'm
Wait,
glad to see you in your divine masculine today.
wait.
Okay.
I gotta plug the follow us on
YouTube, Instagram.
wait. First, follow us on Instagram, then you gotta say the name of the Instagram.
Okay.
Instagram Bodega Store Podcast.
Mhm.
Follow me, Bronx Bodega Boy, on Instagram. Follow Kuma. What's your
J. Kuma the Bear.
J Kuma? And also we're on YouTube, which is our the channel is just Bodega Boy, and you can just search up the Bodega Store Podcast, and we shall appear.
All right. So, what's on the chopping block for today, man? You know what? First off, how you been doing? What's the main things happening in Bodega's life?
What's the main thing that's happening?
Yeah, man.
Nothing. It's just a pool of monotony.
Monotony?
Just a pool of boring monotony.
Oh, you falling into the mundane abyss, I see.
Yes.
Uh-oh.
Yes. I'm in my mid-20s, but I'm going through my third midlife crisis.
Oh, bro, listen,
Yeah,
I feel like too many people could relate to that
Yeah,
statement.
I'm thinking about like learning how to use a motorcycle and going cross country.
Oh
Yeah.
no, yeah.
Yeah. You should come with me.
Listen, I probably would.
Yeah, let's do it together. Let's go through our midlife crisis together.
Yeah, either I'm gonna have a Jeep or I'm gonna have a chopper. It's one
Yeah.
or the other. But
I'm starting to work out again.
Okay.
Going through all that midlife crisis stuff.
you gonna start turning like vegan, start eating better.
Yeah, I'm gonna do all of that. Then I'm after like 2 years, I got a couple of months later, I'm gonna give it all up because my midlife crisis is finished.
Well, hey, it's self-awareness. It's double-edged sword, it seems.
Yeah, it is, but it's a usual. All right, man. Let's
get into it.
Let's get to the first topic.
Uh,
Let's talk about Tyler Perry, man. He's officially become.
officially a billionaire
He's a-
based on Forbes.
He's officially a billionaire now.
Yeah.
It's funny. I had this is for later though. I was thinking when Kanye West was talking in Canada, he goes like, you know what? Number one thing I hate the most,
What?
a one billionaire.
What?
Because
Okay.
because what happens if
Yeah,
you go
good
to like
to
Taco Bell, you get something to eat. You're not a
Mhm,
billionaire
you
no
ain't
more.
Yeah.
And even though it don't work like that, you gotta
Yeah.
spend like millions
Yeah.
to not be a one billionaire.
Mm.
Yeah, but we think of Tyler Perry's movies.
I believe that they
Or
were.
what do you think of his empire that he has built?
I would say the advice, based on the Empire, the advice he got from Oprah really did make or break that. I really feel like her presence in his career shouldn't be overstated, but can never be understated. Because owning everything and being the person to write your own check, that's the foundation of making your own wealth. And I think that was a wonderful lesson he learned when he met her.
Okay,
Now about the movies.
and, yeah, movies,
Yeah.
TV shows.
I'll always
He
say
had he has a streaming service with BET.
I didn't hear about that one.
Yeah, he has a streaming service with BET, and he writes original content for the
Wait,
BET.
no, yeah. Yes, I remember that. What was it called though?
I think it's just BET, like plus something like that.
Yeah, okay.
BET
cool.
plus.
Okay. So
But a lot of the
TV
exclusive content for BET plus, I think he writes.
yeah. I would say like,
Get a little closer.
oh, I thought it was in frame. But movies, TV show, Meet the Browns, awesome. I've always loved that. It's funny. I would say like I grew up with Medea. Like,
You grew up with Medea? She
Yeah.
babysits you on the weekends?
oh, hopefully not. But no, it's like
cut
seeing
some
the
grits?
movies, Tyler Perry's seasonal movies always. Those were nice.
Yo, they got the last couple of ones been trash. The Halloween special was trash. With
Oh
Medea.
no, I don't watch any Halloween specials.
That was awful.
Yeah, no.
No.
I have no hope for any Halloween movie ever.
No.
Walk in with low expectations.
Yeah, black people in Halloween specials don't mix.
Yeah, just
You know they had a Star Wars Christmas special, like when they did the original
like
trilogy.
in the original. Okay, yeah.
Like when those original trilogies came out, they had like
A little special episode
yeah.
that they did made.
yeah, and
Okay.
it was Chewbacca. He goes back to visit his family, which I don't know why they did that. For the love of God, that was awful. But continue.
Oh yeah.
What do you think of his movies?
I think that they're okay. I feel like they definitely played a part in like how black media is presented.
Is that good or bad?
Honestly, I feel like it's borderline neutral.
Neutral?
Yeah, because there's already so many bad representations
Yeah.
that link into it.
Yeah.
So then people can just extrapolate whatever meaning they want from his content. Like, realistically speaking. Because there are positive messages and there are stereotypes. What do you think? About the movies first, and
my biggest problem with Tyler Perry movies is he makes black people always in a negative light. Maybe not in a negative light.
Very stereotypical.
Very stereotypical black people. Like, and it's very annoying. Even though some people argue, there's plenty of black people that like do it naturally act like that.
True.
Which is fine. I don't have a problem with, sometimes some of the characters is being very stereotypical because, there's people are like that. But my only problem with Tyler Perry movies is they're all like that from beginning to end. Like, the movie Think Like a Man?
Yeah.
It had a black cast. But the reason that movie got praised so much is because, this is a black cast playing these characters. But when you read if you just read the script, you would never know these characters are black. They're just regular people. But with Tyler Perry movies, when you read the script,
you know they're black.
Oh, these are black. Oh, these are black people, and it's just very annoying. And it's like you can't come on, show more diversity in your movies. Like that's my only problem with the Tyler Perry movies. Like, yes, you're doing all these things. It's positive. You're one of the only people that consistently hires black people. A lot of times with older black women in Hollywood, when a woman gets older, they're not hired as much for roles, especially an older black woman. But Tyler Perry always hires them. He helps. He's very good for helping with the community of the actors. But like your movies need to have more like a positive portrayal
of
black people just in general. It's very coonish sometimes.
Yeah, like was it Spike Lee who said like it's not the Chitlin circus, but coonery and buffoonery?
That's what he called Tyler Perry.
Yeah,
I could imagine that Spike Lee and Tyler Perry probably don't get along.
Yeah, I can see that statement.
I can see Tyler Perry, Spike Lee going like this is. Didn't Spike Lee direct? Spike Lee direct and wrote the Black Klansman.
Oh no, yeah, I believe so.
Yeah, right. I think he directed it. I've seen some guy who made that movie being supportive of Tyler Perry. I just don't see it.
Yeah, it's just like we come from two very different viewpoints.
Yeah, and that's my only problem with Tyler Perry, is that you just make a movie that I feel. Actually, no. My other problem with Tyler Perry is, first of all, just make a movie that doesn't seem so stereotypical. Yep. And the fact that people can predict your movies to like a beat.
Yeah,
this will happen. Then this is how all his movies goes.
Who's gonna fall out with who.
No, this is how all his movies go. Like, there's a woman with a man. The man treats that woman like shit. Later on, like in the first act, what will happen is that woman will meet another man who's maybe not as successful as the person she's currently with, but loves her and treats her better. Then Madea will be there and will try to convince, that's who you should be with. And then there'll be a third side plot with one of Madea's family members. And then by like the middle arc or the end of the second, or by the
middle or
the second arc, like the bad guy who have like a redemption arc, he might get better, and then like the relationship might be getting better, but she realized that she don't love him no more. The person that she really loves is the other guy with the less, career path, and they get together, and somewhere near the end there's always a church scene, and Madea's threatens somebody somewhere in there a couple of times. It was like, come on.
You're not wrong.
I think the problem I have with Tyler Perry is that he writes everything himself. Like, it's okay to create something and let other people write. I think that's the problem too, because he a couple of weeks ago, a couple of months ago, he got some lashback. Lashback.
Yeah, that works.
He was being criticized because what is it? I guess he had
backlash.
But he had some TV shows, and he stated I wrote all the scripts, so I write all the episodes myself. He posted that, and then people felt like, are you saying that we're wrong for using writers or something like that? And he was like, no, I'm not saying that it's wrong for using writers. I'm just saying that I don't use writers, and I'm proud of the fact that I write all the episodes myself. Yeah. And my personal degree is I feel like he should use writers. I feel like it's also nice that you help people in front of the scenes, but I also like to help him put on more black writers.
Well, do you feel like Tyler Perry is at the point in his life where he can make a network? not exactly related to it, but do you feel like if he were to sit down, make a network for black writers, black screenwriters?
No, I'm not saying make a network.
I'm not saying. But do you think
you just said right now make a network?
Yeah. No, I'm not saying not related to what you're saying. I was just saying, do you think he would be somebody who's capable of doing that?
A network?
Yeah. Where like he promotes and brings up more.
Technically, he does that with BET. BET Plus. It's a streaming service.
Yeah, but he has a lot of his own content on there.
Yeah,
like a lot.
It's probably a good transition right now, but But I feel like people are making too many networks.
Oh, explain.
Everybody has a network.
Everything's a streaming service.
Yeah, everybody has a network now.
Like, so are you talking about Charlemagne's doing?
Yeah.
The Black Effect podcast network?
Yeah.
Curated by him and his selective.
Yeah, it's with him and iHeartRadio.
Yes.
You go. You tell me what you think first.
Well, Charlemagne the God announced on Breakfast Club that he is making a new network, the Black Effect Podcast Network. And it will be his curated content creators who share his vision or views on politics, sports, and so on and so forth. And iHeartRadio is partnering with him and Pepsi Cola.
Oh, really?
We're the first people to see the vision.
Pepsi? I'm pretty sure Pepsi just did it, so wait, Coke don't do it.
But I think, honestly, I just think it's cool. Like, I think for the culture is how Charlemagne views everything he does. But he said he wants to move.
I'm not naming this.
I don't think you should.
No, I'm not. You forced that. No.
Nah, but what he's doing, I think, is beneficial for the sake of more people will hear about it. I don't see any downsides to it. And it was also him saying, I wanted to make a next move in my life. Because, like, he is already an author.
Yeah, this is just a podcast network, right?
Yeah. Because he's already had the Brilliant Idiots. He's already a part. Like, he also mentioned that they already got inaugurated in the Radio Hall of Fame for the Breakfast Club.
Yeah.
So he's like, well, we did that. Like, we're already at.
Will they? Well, I
was going to say echelon, but yeah.
They didn't say, but will they be on all platforms?
Well, the Breakfast Club? Yeah. They're still going to be out on all platforms. But they're also going to be on the Black Effect Podcast Network.
They didn't say much about it, right? They didn't say if it's
No. He said, I'm not going to hype it up too much. I'm not going to oversell it. But he said it is something that's coming, something he's been putting a lot of time in. He
said what, in 2021?
Yeah. I feel like he gave an exact date. I'm not sure if I have that, but let me check. Like, I don't remember the exact date he said, but it is. All he really said was he's trying not to oversell it, so I can't wait to see like the first few things that roll out on that network, because I think that's going to be the most telling moment.
Move your hand from your face. No, put it down. The camera can't see your face.
Oh,
yes.
I have to lean this way then.
Yes. Thank you. I'll be honest with you. I'm not excited about this. I'm not excited.
I need to hear your stance, bro. Why you ain't excited, man? Why your blood ain't boiling? Black Effect Podcast Network, bro.
You know what it is?
Yeah.
Because I feel like they're not helping. They're taking what's already popular, though.
Okay.
You're not really taking anything that's I see this like can grow. You're taking things that are already growing. You just put it under one roof. You know?
Yeah.
Or taking people who are already of a higher stature and just giving them a podcast. I personally hate when like celebrities have podcasts.
Why?
Because I feel like podcasts are for like the ground people.
Like the
you,
early starting of YouTube,
or early people. Like, yeah, like I have a 9 to 5 job. I'm not a celebrity. I have a 9 to 5. Like, I feel like it's for like the bottom people to really for them to get a platform and start talking voices. Because like get a regular person, like average Joe, he starts a podcast that's very good, right? Get a celebrity, they do a podcast. The podcast is trash, right? But the celebrity with the will get just
they'll get more notoriety.
Yeah, will outperform, which is always my problem with like celebrities doing podcasts. And a lot of times it always comes out as a cash grab than a real passion. Because a lot of the times it's like,
no, I agree 100%. Like, I feel like the best similar point is like when a celebrity starts a YouTube channel. Like even if they're doing absolutely nothing, because they just come in and then they immediately hit 1 million.
Like you can tell who's doing it because they're like passionate about it, but a lot of people just always seems like it's a cash grab, and you're already stepping over other people who needs a spotlight. You don't need the spotlight.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to be in this.
No, I fully hear you on that.
Yeah, like,
but
like what's the difference between you having a podcast and you doing, like especially like when late night host they have a podcast. I'm like, what's the point of you having a podcast? You already have a show that does late night. You already do a podcast. It's just a show.
Mm-hmm.
I understand maybe just ripping the audio and putting the audio up.
Yeah.
Okay, but like, why would you have? You already do this.
Mm.
You're just taking up the listens that somebody else can take from. That can but I don't know. I gotta see how this turns out.
Yeah, like I have hope for it because it's like it's another platform for people.
And you know what? Too, I don't like the name either.
The Black Effect.
I don't like the name.
What would you?
I want to name it the Black Effect because I don't. I'm tired of like, the same way I feel about the name is like when people like when people market to people to black people specifically, and just calling it the Black Effect network.
Yeah,
it makes me feel like how people will be like I'm a black clothes designer, and then you see all their clothes designs just have the African continent on it. I'm thinking to myself, you're a clothes designer. Like,
you don't need to be so ham-fisted with your
delivery. You just you're a clothes designer. I understand you're black and you're trying to promote, but like I feel like what it is it's a sense, and I understand where it comes from because a lot of the community has been put down so much, but it's a sense of like normalcy needs to happen, and a sense of like. Because to see like a successful person, a black person successful, needs to feel normal.
But do you feel like, because there are black successful people, but do you feel like it will be normalized at some point?
Yeah.
Do you feel like it will be normalized like here? Cause
not anytime soon. Not in a couple of years. Not in a couple of decades.
Yeah, like I feel the same way. I feel like even if, let's say, news comes out that like there's 25 new black millionaires.
Yeah,
I feel like that won't change anything. Like the status quo for like the normal person.
I don't
feel like nothing's changed.
No, I disagree.
Oh yeah.
No, I'm saying because if that happened overnight, that would change a lot. But that won't happen overnight. That will take time.
Yeah.
So that's just my only problem. Like, why the hell it be called the Black Effect? Like, you know what I mean? Like, it's like it's like almost pointing. It's almost like saying like black people can't get an opportunity anywhere else, so they have to come here. It's not.
Oh no, that actually makes a good point.
It's just the like why it has. It's like it's like again back to the clothes designers part. Is like I just want to see like what it is. I want to see you. It's a clothes designer, right? I want to see you, and not even have to realize you're
a black clothes designer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I don't even really need to realize that. But I understand why it is because the history and oppression and then the other clothes brands not putting us up and not models. So so I understand why it's like that and why there's such need to put black in a positive light and constantly use it. But I would like to get to the point that we slowly like to have. I remember like just to have it's the same thing with Tyler Perry movies. It's like you watch the Tyler Perry movies, you're reading the script, and this is a black character.
Yeah.
But like think like a man. Like when you read the script to that, like you never know these are black people. They just people.
It's just like more. I would say it's just more natural.
Yeah.
Like we're both probably waiting for the time where black made stuff, seeing it on the street is no longer a big it's a black owned business. It's just a business.
It's a business,
and it just happens to be owned by a black person, and we like that.
Yes, and but that will take some time, hopefully.
Yeah, no, I fully feel your point. Man.
Okay, let's talk about Kanye West. You watched Kanye West interview with Nick Cannon, the second part?
Yeah, man.
I watched a little bit of it. It's more or less the same as the first part, but what you think?
I feel like they really like went into Kanye's belief, especially of what his motivations for doing everything he's doing. He talked about his breakdown at the rally. He said that, like, I feel like I was made of steel. Like, I couldn't even be hurt. But then when I talked about the abortion and the potential of aborting my daughter.
But they talked about that in the first part.
Yeah, they also talked about it in the second part.
Oh, well, we talked about anything new?
Well, he was just expanding on the fact that that's what made him weak, made him vulnerable again. And he felt like the world needed to see that. Like, that's how he took it.
Okay.
And Nick Cannon's rebuttal to that was, people now see you as like maybe a little unstable to be running for presidency. He's like, yeah, but people need that. Like, then he said, I'm happy that Donald Trump didn't become governor before he became president. And this is Kanye's train of thought. I watched it. It was hard for me to follow because I was like, where are you really going with this one? But it's just, I feel like he's saying that a more authentic person in office, even if it isn't for the beliefs that are for a strictly Democrat or strictly Republican, it's beneficial. That's how I took that.
Why is it beneficial? What does it mean? Why would it be beneficial?
Because I feel like he's just saying that both parties just run rampant.
I'm sorry. I know you have to explain the words of Kanye West.
I understand. But
okay.
I really feel like from a political point of view,
yeah,
he's speaking that both parties do bad on their own.
Okay.
And neither one is fully right, but we would need somebody who believes in Jesus. Not there to be a Democrat, not there to be a Republican, but there for Jesus. And Kanye, that's his whole motivation right now. He says, I am here. I'm not here for the culture. I'm not here for the people.
Why do Christians feel like the country needs God, Jesus? Why do Christians feel why do Christians feel that the country needs to be ran on Christian like morals and belief systems? Like, I don't understand, because I never understood that. It's because, like, you know that, like, Christianity is one of the many beliefs in the country.
Yep.
And if you choose to run the country on like these belief systems, whether you know it or not, you will be oppressing other people and their belief system, or causing conflict with other people who are not. There's people who are Confucianism, they're Buddhism. I remember one time I was in high school, and I was in high school, and this is I had an Asian science teacher, earth science, and she said, I don't believe in God. I'm Buddhist.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then these two Spanish girls in front of me turned around and were like, yo, did she just say she don't believe in God? And I'm like, she's Buddhist. And I'm like, she didn't say it to me. These two girls didn't turn around and say it to me. They turned around and they were just talking to each other.
It was within earshot.
Yes, I just happened to hear it. I'm thinking, yes, like, are you so like narrowed down in your little niche of the world that you don't realize there's people
who believe other things?
Yes. So it's like, I always had a problem with Christians saying like, and also on top of that, I hate when Christians say specifically, like, this country was founded on Christian belief. Like, no, it wasn't. Like, the word God is only used one time in the whole Constitution. Used one time, and isn't Thomas, what's his name?
Thomas Jefferson.
No, who wrote the Declaration of Independence? Thomas Jefferson. I'm not sure where I got this from. I would have to Google this.
Okay.
I could have sworn he was an atheist.
I feel like you're not wrong.
And on top of that, they said that he rewrote the Bible in his own image.
Okay, that I had to Google.
Yeah, that's a Google, but that's the definition of vain. That's the definition of vain.
I'm gonna save that. I'm actually gonna take that for my own personal reason.
Yeah,
if that really happened.
But yeah, but you think this man really, wanted to like, so that's always good.
Imagine that one time he said God, he was referring to himself. Imagine the one time
he probably was. So
all right, we're going too far.
So that's my only problem. Like, for example, somebody who's Christian, right? They'll go on and say like, if a president was Christian and ran the world by Christian beliefs, then the topic of abortion would be very crazy.
Yeah,
very crazy. Because right now, like, the presidential, they don't really talk about those topics.
Well, no, they do.
But when they come into office, they don't really like.
Oh no.
Say
there's certain things you talk about to get the position.
I feel like the states mostly do that.
Yeah,
that's within state. That's not federal. But imagine having a Christian president and
who has very strong beliefs about abortion.
And-
like Kanye. Yeah.
and no, not just because it's okay. I'm not saying a Christian. You could be Christian in
Yeah.
a country. I'm saying if we talk about a person who runs a country based on those beliefs only.
Like with no, well, echo chambers are made of many things. So if it's just a religious echo chamber, it's a religious echo chamber. But from what you saw the interview, what was your like main takeaways or points that were interesting to you?
That's pretty much. I didn't see the whole thing. I got halfway through.
Yeah, I would just say like I think it was a good interview because like Kanye was singing randomly, and that's how you know Kanye's enjoying himself.
Yeah.
They talked about like just mainly summing it all up was just him running again, how people view Kanye. They touched on the walking on water thing, like touched on it, but not really went into that.
Oh, that
story.
they talk about that in that interview.
Yeah, they touched on it. To say they talked about it, I feel like it's not fully accurate.
What did they say?
It was just more like this was the Sunday service. We were walking on water. Well, it was not. They didn't say we were walking on water, but it was the service.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they did it because like it's also his followers because he has the whole Sunday church service group, and they talked about trademarking that name because he wants to do that. And
but you said so. If anyone doesn't know, Kanye had a Sunday service
in Atlanta,
where they
had a demonstration.
They had a demonstration of people walking on water.
Mm-hmm.
And if it, do they say how did they say how they did it?
It is said that was done on plexiglass.
Oh, so it's confirmed. It's not,
it's confirmed.
Yeah,
it's
so if anyone doesn't know this, the illusion of walking on water has been done many times before.
Many times.
Like many musicians. It's very simple. You just put plexiglass
under
underneath
the surface of water.
And plexiglass, if you don't know, you can look. It's glass. You can see right through it.
Smooth, no interruption.
Yep. So it's perfect. So like you wouldn't even know it's there. So that's why it gives this illusion of you, the person walking on water.
Mm-hmm.
But he's really walking on plexiglass.
Still looks great though.
It looks great, and wearing all white, walking on water.
You're hearing the choir singing.
And holding your daughter's hand.
Yeah, there's a little kid walking out.
Yeah,
the world.
It's
it
very
was a scene.
Yeah, very theatrical. Very.
Oh, yeah, it was a scene.
Very like theatrical. Yeah. No, what?
Theatrical.
Very theatrical.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, and then what was it? Joel Osteen.
Joel Osteen was there.
Yeah. Had a whole little speech on God walking on the water. But I'll say this: the
guy walking on the water.
Yeah, like he talked about, like that was like part of his speech for the service.
Oh,
yeah, but the comment section was not comfortable with that.
Well, no, nobody was, because they all gonna see it as
cult belief, false prophet.
Like he's trying to be God.
And I was like,
no, it's just this is just purely showmanship.
Yeah, I was like, I'm sorry, there's a thing called context. Y'all definitely need to see it. Like
it's pure entertainment.
Yeah, entertainment. It was for the demonstration of like the 150 guests that were there at the time. Like,
and he had people walking with him. It
wasn't just him.
I understand how they will feel like if it was just him by himself and him like making it like look at what I have done. But it's not. He has kid there. Everybody else is walking on there. It's like this he was not trying to hide the fact this is an illusion. So it's like a lot of Christians don't like magic.
Oh yeah, because they believe it's the devil.
Devil's witchcraft, or it's like trying to imitate God's.
Yeah, all of it.
Yeah,
it still falls under the same bubble. Yeah, but
so that was good. That was
all in all, I'm really happy that Kanye and they kind of had that interview. Kanye seems to be putting in a lot of work trying to help up the community. I forgot in what ways, but they touched on that too.
Kanye?
Yeah. Like he's doing a couple of things.
Is it building like he said he's building a city, isn't he?
Definitely that. But there was another thing that I just can't remember.
Yo, what is it with people building cities? Like Akon's building a city in Africa.
Well,
Kanye's building.
There was something on the radio about that.
People building cities?
Yeah, well,
I want to get that. I want to get so rich I can build a city.
Seriously though.
Yeah, like you know what?
But
I'll be in bed one day, just wake up. You know what? Fuck it. Where you going, honey? Damn, Colorado. Why Colorado?
There ain't enough people over in Colorado. Just make a city over there.
Yeah, I just make a city over there. Why not? I got the infrastructure down. I just asked the governor of Colorado, like, you know, they'll help me build a city here. I can help bring traffic to your state.
Well, you just start negotiating real quick.
Yeah, man, we do that. We go quick.
But no, what was it? It's that it was on the radio. I was listening. Black people do not have communities.
You was having this, they had this conversation on the.
I feel like they touched on a very similar topic, but I was listening to my radio because you already know in my house the radio is always on. So it was saying that black people don't actually have communities. We just live in residential areas. Like when you go to other ethnic groups, they actually have communities.
By communities, that I'm assuming they mean like the Chinese, like this like. So it'd be like this is the living buildings, and then you go down the corner, you go across the street to bodegas as a black person. Yeah. Then like so it's
all black economy, all black area.
Okay, yes.
Not just they're living in a residential area. Not just
the source, the main source of the economy flowing in and out is through the black hand.
Yeah.
That would consider a community.
Yeah. Plus, I also believe at some point they mentioned having your own police force for your community.
Yeah.
And like actually being hyperly involved in what goes on in the community. But those are other things. And I think that's one of the main reasons I can see somebody getting behind building communities or building a city.
Well, Africa needs it.
Oh, no.
Well, do they need it? Yes, they do need it.
Well, different parts of Africa.
Different parts. Yeah. We got to start. The world got to start speaking about Africa.
Huts. Yeah.
No. People got to start speaking about Africa like as a country. It's a whole continent.
Oh, okay. I see.
Yeah, because people make like right now. I did it too.
Yeah, like you be Africa's this one part. I'm like, no, there's many parts.
It's a whole continent.
Yeah, it's like, what are you talking about? But yeah, you know how many different parts of Africa there are that I still don't know. I know I don't even know like 10 different places, and there's like over 50. I'm just like,
you mean this little countries?
This little nook, yeah. And then like places where like people have different belief systems or different tribes, all that still exists. Different traditions, like all that. And I'm like, man, I feel like you go to Africa.
Will you go to Africa?
Oh yeah, sure thing. Like I'd love to.
I'm not sure I'm not sure.
Like
as of now, I'm not sure if I'll visit.
Because
I don't know. I the same reason I won't move out of New York City. I feel like I haven't really like taken advantage of the city.
But this is a trip.
Yeah, it's a trip. Yeah, I guess so.
Yeah,
it's not moving. It's not like you're moving out. Yeah,
because I feel like you can go take a trip to Africa.
You know what
and
it
you'll
is?
never see all of it.
I feel like I've never been to like certain states in New York State. Like I haven't been to certain things in New York State.
Just certain states. That's what.
Yeah, like I haven't been to Cali and Maine and Vegas. So like, let me hit the things that are local first.
Okay.
It's like being part of New York City and never seen the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah.
That's the Eiffel Tower.
Yeah, you did say that. Yeah, Empire State Building.
The Empire, no, not the Empire State Building.
Statue of Liberty.
Statue of Liberty.
Okay, there we go. We went around the world a little bit.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah.
You know, there's 2 Eiffel Towers. There's 2 Eiffel Towers. I think so. Yeah. No, 2 Statue of Liberties.
I feel like there's a story about that.
You know why the Statue of Liberty is green? It was originally brown.
It was like because of the thing it was made out of.
It was made of copper, and when copper gets wet, it turns green.
Smooth though. It looked good.
Yeah, who would have thought? You got anything else? I'm gonna talk about Tory.
Oh yeah, go on. I'm done.
I think it came out or leaked that Tory reportedly tried to apologize to Meg Thee Stallion. He sent her the night of the actual like incident when they got picked up and arrested and then let go. He sent her a text message apologizing, saying that he's sorry for shooting her. He was just drunk.
Yeah,
he was way too drunk. We don't know if it's true or not, but allegedly saying if it is true.
I only have one thing to say on this whole thing. There's only one. This was a personal interaction between 2 people that got super out of hand. And neither one of them wanted it to go the way it did, but it did. And being who they are, it made news. So I don't know what they're gonna do.
No, but talk about the him getting drunk. That's crazy.
If you got so drunk, you're gonna shoot your
you're like shoot somebody like.
No, you're shooting your woman in the foot.
Yeah, that's pretty
drunk. That's like
drunk.
What the hell was going on?
It's like, and the fact that he remembered it doesn't mean you was blackout drunk.
Well, some people who are blackout drunk, they'll remember. They'll just be like, "Oh no, I did all that. Oh damn," and they get embarrassed.
Oh no.
Yeah, like, and then you got the people who just forget. And I'm like, the people who forget, you must be living a different life, because you'd be like, I don't remember. It never happened. But no, how do you feel about all of that? Because like, I really just feel like it's two people who didn't want this happening, and it's now news. So yeah,
I don't know, man.
this is a weird one for me.
I don't know. I'm more curious of what the public's reaction is going to be.
100%. See, I agree with you
I
so
don't-
much right there, because
like,
I feel like they're the
like,
ones making it.
What is there to say? You shouldn't get so drunk that you shoot your significant other. I feel like that shouldn't need to say that.
You know what? I feel like too many people need to hear that,
Yeah.
and it shouldn't be said.
It was both at the same time, right?
Honestly.
That's the definition of an oxymoron.
Oh man, it's talking about morons. But yeah, I'm 100% there with you, because, bruh, in what situation? I know both sides supposedly did stuff where Tory Lane shot her and Meg was doing stuff to him and da-da-da, but damn, you acting like words don't solve problems.
Shit. Well, I want to see when Tory starts talking. What's the first thing? He hasn't said a single word since
the incident.
the incident. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, hey, I feel like there's a lot more to this story that's probably
Honestly,
gonna unfold.
I really don't think there is.
Well, no. I mean, Tory's side. That's the lot.
On Tory's side?
Like, I believe the lot more is how media and people are gonna rip into Tory's side of the story.
I'm pretty sure that what Tory's gonna say is she's probably wilding. She was probably saying man crazy shit, and it was probably they were both drunk.
Mm-hmm.
They were both saying crazy stuff, and then he said something, he couldn't take it, and then he just, when you're drunk, you just go by impulse.
Yeah, like, honestly, I feel like this is a very, like, you already know what happened, but we're just waiting for confirmation.
Yeah, we're just waiting for the confirmation. Like, and he can't talk because if he says anything, he'll be arrested.
Yeah, and he'll be implicating himself more so than he's already implicated. Like, people have been, again, this is why I'm like, Meg Thee Stallion and crew have gone so far to not, like, fully come out and say, Tory Lanez did this.
No, she did. She said
No, she did. But I mean, like, in the beginning of the whole story, like, they went out of their way. They were doing gymnastics.
Not really.
They were,
Not really.
It was a sentence, and like 5 different people came out on Twitter posts saying, I was there, but I ain't do it. But it was Meg and a significant other.
I was like, they was going out the way to say it, but not say it.
That's like, either it was hyper petty, or it was hyper like extra.
Yeah.
Those are the only 2 options.
Only
2 options.
I don't know. I don't
We'll
know.
see what happens, what comes of it. That's really what it is.
Shit, I wanted to talk about what we were talking about last week about we were talking last week about spousal support.
Oh yeah.
I wanted to get about that. I started thinking about it more. I'm so pro spousal support, but okay. So you against spousal support? Period.
I'm not. It's like alimony, but it's separate. But yeah, it's
It was
like,
alimony. I heard the term.
It's like if you're married for a period of time,
Yes.
yeah, you would give alimony to the spouse that would need the money. So it's like we separated, but still taking care of you for a period of time.
Wait. Somebody can get alimony and spousal support?
From what you were saying, that's how I took it. But I was thinking spousal support and alimony were supposed to be rolled into one, but you said they were separate.
I said they were separate last week?
Yeah.
And then this week I'm saying I don't know what one is?
They
probably are separate because they have different names.
True. That's why I believed you, but I ain't doing my own research.
I can see somebody getting spousal support,
And
alimony, and child support.
Yeah, and to me that's crazy.
Her weave must be on point. Her weave's gonna be on point.
You really want
Her weave's gonna be on point. The baby's gonna have a butt rash because he's not using clean diapers, but her weave will be on point. Oh man, that baby.
Said the baby ain't got clean diapers. Hold on.
The baby don't got clean diapers. The baby got a rash, a big rash, really bad. Yo, I sent you 10K a month for the baby. I sent you 10K a month for the baby. I sent you 3K for alimony, and I sent you 7K for the spousal support.
I couldn't. If I looked at her nails looking good, like she just left the nail salon, but my baby's nails looking crusty, I'd be like, how dare you?
So you're against the pro?
Oh no, I'm pro on both, but like I'm pro based off situation. Because, like, what is it? Unfair enrichment off of the other person.
Yeah.
That's what I'm against. More so than anything, because it's like, yeah, we were married. Yeah, we were trying to be together, but we have now opted out of being together. I feel like there should be a limit to how much I still must be invested in your life if we're choosing to be separated.
You know what the thing is too with people like, cause we were talking about this with Dr. Dre. His wife was asking for $2 million spousal support temporarily. That's what I feel like people don't understand. Temporarily, she was asking for that, and she was listing her bills. Like she came out and she listed her bills. You saw the listing of the bills?
Yeah, that listing of the bills made it look like unnecessary.
But you know what it is too is like,
bro. Okay, continue. I'm gonna let you speak.
The thing is too is like when you put somebody in this lifestyle, right? Mm-hmm. You make them accustomed to this, right? Okay. And then they need to transition to be on their own, right? Mm-hmm. Like just because you guys separated, like the bills that she had that was for her under her name or whatever, she's still gonna have those bills now. Okay. And she don't got a job or anything like that. That don't take overnight. Okay.
I'm listening. It's like you're like, nah, I'm talking to a brick wall.
You're like, I don't give a fuck.
All I think is this. Like, just summing it up. Do I believe that, hey, you still care about the person? Yes. And to an extent you should, or you could. Yes. I believe the point you're making is 100% true. Like, if you were a stay-at-home mom or you were not working because I, as the breadwinner, chose to take care of everything. Yes. Then I can understand the transitional period would be more.
I feel like also, too, a lot of times in those situations, not giving a lot of to the point of saying that a lot of times those women didn't choose to be housewives. They didn't choose to not have skills. They can't. They stepped back to let you
lead, I guess.
Yeah, like.
Well, again.
Or you wanted to have kids, or you wanted to have all of this stuff. Like one of us gotta stay here, watch over the house. Somebody watch over the house, take care of the kids.
So does that person not have agency over the part that we made this group decision? Mm-hmm. And if you are now choosing to opt out, should I be held responsible? Because that's really what we're saying here. Because it's something that we as a unit decided, but now we're no longer that unit.
But the only issue I have with that is one person walks away with all the benefit. Then
normally that's how that goes.
Then one.
Because, like, put it like this. This is, for some people, they see it in the sense of who benefits from the loss. Yeah. Or the separation.
And, like, it really shouldn't be, it shouldn't feel like.
It shouldn't look like that. It shouldn't feel like.
It shouldn't feel like she's benefiting off of you. It just feels like, yo, like, or he, or she. We shouldn't keep saying she, or the guy. Because it really should be like, yo, I haven't.
On a more general, not the Dr. Dre, like, just in general.
I just can't, like, I can't, like, what am I, like, doing? What am I going to do right now? What am I going to.
It's like it's a harder transition.
Yeah, what am I gonna do? Where am I gonna go? Like, I feel like if we don't have spousal support, it'd be probably more homeless people. How much?
I see.
But like how much? Like that's an argument to be had. I do not know by how much. It could be like 5%. It could be 20%. It could be. It could triple. I do not know, but it will be a percentage.
Yeah, you feel like there would be a definite increase matter how small.
I feel like the problem with a lot of things is, especially with the government, like with support and all of just government stuff. I feel like government, they don't have a weaning off period and anything to do.
No, it's
from
just
coupons to child support. There's no weaning off. Like there should be a period of time where like for example, like if you have like if you get government assistance, right? As soon as you make, government, if you have to make you can't have a high income when you have government assistance. As soon as you get a good job and they see that your money goes up, the next month, boom, cut everything in half for you. Like that, I'm like, I feel like it should be a weaning off period. Like you take 10%, then you take 20%, and then you slowly
you can start living without it.
Yeah, without it, instead of cutting you cold turkey. That's what. And I feel like what happens is you make people dependent on it. Like
no. I actually agree with that. Like that makes a lot of sense. Unfortunately, but yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like having a weaning off period and like
Pukuma's like fuck that, but she ain't giving none of mine, man.
No, it's not even that. It's just I always think that it's unfair.
Life is unfair.
Truth be told, but like,
I guess that also goes for her too. Or
yeah, that's like that's why I'm like, But no, I believe like taking care of the person. That's something like you opt out, cool. But I opt in. I still care about you. So if I say, hey, let's do this,
I think that's something that should be mandatory in the way the government. But is that the government sometimes also what it is? They play such a heavy, like when it comes to that side, it's like to the woman's point of view.
Yeah,
Like a woman can have awful records and stuff like that. The husband can be more suited, and the kids would probably still go to the women.
and that's why I'm like, yo, that's not right.
Yeah,
Like for me, like that's straight unforgivable, honestly, because it's like those are my kids, and like I think about it from that perspective. Like if those are my kids, and I know that she's not a good mother, and I'm losing because
she's a woman.
She's a woman, and the government is getting into my personal affair.
Yeah, but you sign a paper.
Yeah,
that you sign a government contract.
Exactly.
Which is I don't understand why girls are so fascinated by marriage and relationships.
I don't get it.
Like it's literally just a contract saying like now the government is involved in our relationship.
Which
now it's the three of us.
Honestly,
the three of us. That's why I don't get it. Like when girls ask me what are you aiming for? I see. You know what?
Yeah.
Never mind.
I don't know.
Never
listening.
mind. No, I'm about to go there, right?
Yeah, we're listening. That's
no,
all.
I'm good. I'm good.
Sure?
I'm positive.
Oh, I was interested.
No, it's not interesting, man. I'm gonna wrap it up. Man. You got anything else to say?
I was gonna talk about music, but I'll say
go listen you listen to your artists. Listen to the artists and the songs you recommend, and then when you're done, I'll wrap it up.
Okay, cool. So for today, I'm definitely gonna point out Camus Mango, Kamau. Check that out. Check out that artist. It's a lot of fun-hearted music, and I really enjoy that. He also touches on some stuff that I like to hear. His style is a little bit different, but I'll say definitely check out the vibe and see how you feel about it. Duckworth had a album that he dropped about 2 weeks ago called Super Good. There's 3 songs from that album that I really love. The first one that you'll probably run into is going to be Quick. The other one is Kiss You Right Now, and the last is Super Bounce. So check out that album. Duckworth is a wonderful artist, especially how he can change up his style, covers a plethora of topics. Definitely worth taking a listen to. All right.
That's it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. It was good chatting with you guys. Don't forget to subscribe to us on
Instagram, YouTube.
You can follow us. The page is called Bodega Boy.
Mm-hmm.
Also follow us on Instagram at the Bodega Store Podcast. Follow me, Bronx Bodega Boy.
Follow me at J. Kuma the Bear.
All right. See you guys. Take care. Bye.
Peace.